Good morning, everyone. It is 8:30 a.m. and we are here, and we're going to provide an update on the Rancho fire. So why don't you first just show everyone where we are? Can you pan this way and just show? We're at the parking lot, formerly known as the Gelson's parking lot. I don't know what we should call it now, but we are here. We just got a briefing from Olive from OCFA. From our fire department. We had our police department here, OC Parks. All the players were involved to provide an update on the incident. So why don't we go to you, Battalion Chief DaCosta? Could you provide an update on containment and where we are with this fire?
Absolutely. Currently the fire's been mapped out at 4.6 acres in total. We have a total of 50% containment. Yesterday we had 200 personnel that worked the fire, and today we're going to have about approximately 75. During the night operations, we flew 2 unmanned aerial infrared scans of the whole mountainside. We identified one spot that's out in the green area of the unburned, that's within a retardant line. That's going to be the primary objective for today's operational period to address. But everything looks like there's some line cut around it, and the main body of fire, where the majority of the fire was, has Hoseline and plumbed around it as well. So we're going to night operations went good, and we're going to continue the operations through the daytime period to mitigate that spot that we found last night.
Good. So what's the official containment number?
50%. 50% right now.
And then what is Hoseline and plumbed? What does that mean for our viewers?
Yeah, so Hoseline, we call it plumbed, means that fire personnel on the ground put Hoseline on the ground around the perimeter of the fire in case that we do need to address any hot spots within the burnt area. They have water access completely around the perimeter.
Great. Okay, well, thank you. And thanks for all the great work over the night.
Absolutely, thank you.
We appreciate that. And then why don't we go to you, Acting Deputy Chief Hill? What are the next steps? What does the timeline look like for as we move forward?
So as Chief DaCosta mentioned, we have 75 personnel that will be working throughout the day today. The intent of those folks is to continue to build in more line around the fire, which is cut around any hot spots. We have a drone that we'll be working with today that uses IR to be able to identify some of those hot spots. And our intent for today is to be able to start potentially by this evening pulling out some of the hose and releasing some of our equipment and putting the fire. Our goal is to try to put the fire in more of a patrol status, which means we'll have personnel in the area just staged throughout the night and into tomorrow, just watching for any changes. But we're pretty confident that today we'll be able to make good progress and up our containment numbers today.
So getting to maybe 100% containment either later today or
tomorrow. Or into tomorrow. Yeah, that would be our
good.
goal.
Great work. Thank you for all your leadership throughout this.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And then I'm going to go to our Emergency Operations Manager, Sarah Limones. Sarah, introduce yourself. How long have you worked for the city?
I've been here since February, so I think, what is that, 5 months now?
5 months,
yes,
okay.
Yes, I'm the Emergency Operations Coordinator for the city.
Good. And what do you do, and explain what the EOC is?
Yeah, so my job is to do all the disaster preparedness and pre-planning for the city of Laguna Beach, and then during an incident like this, we activate what's called our Emergency Operations Center, which is basically a central coordination point for all of our resources on the incident. We have all the different city departments come together, we have our external partners in the room, and we're basically able to bring all the information together. That's where we're sending out our alert and warning information, all of our social media updates. We're coordinating care and shelter for anyone evacuated. And really it's that central coordination point for everyone to come together, and so we make sure we have accurate vetted information flowing out to the public. So we activated yesterday at a level 1, which is a full activation, and then we were able to deactivate yesterday evening once evacuations were lifted and the majority of road closures were opened, although we do still have some road closures, but they're not impacting the public.
Great. And we were just ahead of this this briefing, we were just talking about how EOCs are sort of government at its best, right? If we could solve every problem with an EOC, I think we'd solve a lot more problems. So thank you for that. And can you talk about the planning that goes into these exercises that go into planning for incidents like this?
Yeah, we do a lot of emergency planning, especially for wildfires here in the city of Laguna Beach. It's obviously a more common hazard. So we plan all the time internally with our city departments, but we also have external planning with Sheriff's Department, Fire Authority, surrounding city jurisdictions, our water districts, just really everyone that would be involved in a response. So we do a lot of exercises, we do actual drills. We're constantly talking about it, constantly thinking about it, so that when this time comes, we just get straight to work the minute the fire breaks out.
Great. Well, great work, and thank you for your leadership in all this. And then I also wanted to just, as Sarah mentioned, the water district played an important role, and they immediately called. Who did they call? You, Chief?
They did.
With about making sure that we had the adequate pressure, and there were really no issues with that. So.
Not only the adequate pressure, but they also put into service our helipods up there. So within minutes, they had crews responding up there, and that was an incredible resource yesterday.
Absolutely.
We heard from the operators. They had a 90-second turnaround time, filling up those helicopters. Instead of traveling some distances and then getting back to the fire, they're able just to form a circle and fill and drop, which was made a significant impact on the fire district.
Absolutely, and those 2 helipods were part of our 2019 fire mitigation plan, correct?
That is correct.
And then we also have a partnership through, I think, OCFA and Molten Miguel Water District. They did another helipod in the last few years. So I think it really is a testament to the fact that preparedness, these investments are important. They're not just, on paper, but they actually have a real impact on the ground.
Absolutely.
And
in fact, I would say they saved the homes yesterday.
Really? Great. And then fuel modification. So this zone, FMZ 18, I think is the zone that was directly adjacent to it, and then FMZ 9 was a little bit next to it.
Yep.
FMZ 18, fuel modification zone 18, this was actually just implemented by our hand crews, and it took, I think, a year to get through the federal environmental review process. Is that, am I characterizing
It's about a
this
year
accurately?
to do the CEQA tests, and then you wait through the Coastal Commission for approvals and permitting, and we just got the work and the vegetation cleared for 18 just within the last year.
Okay, and I think we had NEPA as well through the
Yes.
FEMA. So it's just too much red tape as it relates to fire mitigation. So hopefully we can. I know there's effort at the state level to deal with that. So anyway, just want to commend everyone involved, all of our partners from in mutual aid, including especially Orange County Fire Authority, and the leadership that we have from everyone right here. Thank you so much, and hopefully we'll provide an update when we get to 100% containment, which will be later this evening or tomorrow. So thanks everyone, and have a great rest of your day.